Alright gamers, it's your boy ThunderVoid and welcome back to my channel. So a few days back we just hit 200 subs and well, this is my, I guess, thanks to you guys. Basically this is gonna be a tutorial video on how to record your videos using OBS Studio. I'm just gonna show you some settings that I use and which works for me personally.
I like good trees, smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more than a toilet seat.
So first things first, you guys can download OBS Studio from this website obsproject.com, and then when you install it, it looks something like this. It won't look exactly like this because there's all these scenes and sources which are new. Basically you guys will probably have empty space over here. I'm not really sure, I don't remember correctly, but yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to set up your scenes and sources. Like I said, these two boxes will be completely blank if I remember correctly. So what you're going to need to do is enter a new scene, and each scene has different sources. I'd like to show you around, but like since I'm recording, it's going to kind of mess up everything. So yeah, I can't really record and show you guys how to set it up, but I'll try my best. Basically you just right click on this box, hit add, and it'll ask you to enter the name of the scene. You're just going to enter it, okay, and it's going to create a new scene. Now I would like to show you how this happens, so I'm just gonna call this tutorial scene, and the scene, once I hit OK, it's gonna go black for a bit while it creates the scene and switches to it, and there we go, it's black. Okay, so this is the, yeah, as you guys can see here, we're back in the original display capture. As you guys can see here, this is the newly created scene, tutorial scene, and if I click on it, again, like I said, it's gonna go blank, but basically what it is just a scene with empty box of sources, or it doesn't have any sources basically. Now you want to add some sources, so you're gonna go in tutorial scene, you're gonna right click again, and you're gonna hit the add button, and you're gonna see all these different options, and I'll explain what they all do. Display capture captures monitor, and game capture captures your gameplay. That's all you need to know for this video, but yeah, if you guys want to, you know, record your face cam, there's a video capture device. If you guys want to add some images, there's an image source, but there's a whole bunch of different sources. We're not going to get into that. Just display capture and game capture are enough for today's video. So you're just going to right click, hit add, and display capture, and then as you guys can see, it's gonna ask me if I want to add some existing display captures, which I really don't, but yeah, I want to create a new one. Let's just say from your perspective, you're not going to see this if you've just installed OBS Studio, so you're just going to create new, we'll call it tutorial monitor. That's how you do that, and once you hit OK, it's going to ask you the display, you know, which monitor you want to choose. If you want to capture the cursor, you can choose not to capture the cursor, but yeah, I'm gonna capture it, and you know, you can just hit OK, and there's your desktop recorded. I'm just gonna remove this because we're not gonna do that here. We're gonna be doing that in the tutorial scene, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once I'm done setting it up there. But yeah, it's gonna be a black screen of death for the first for a few seconds before I set it up, as you guys can see. Alright, so it should be, yeah, it's coming right now. Again, I just select the display, I hit OK, and boom, it's created. Now you might wonder what this red outline thingy is, and that's because your sources are kind of like layers in Photoshop. That's how I think of them. So you can kind of hide the layers. It just went black because I clicked this little eye over here, or you can lock them in place so the red line disappears. As you can see, you just lock them in place, and what that means is you can't really resize them if you wanted to, and if you unlock them and then you click on this, you can kind of, you know, resize them using the handles. You can reposition them, and yeah, it's gonna do all this weird stuff. I know it looks weird to you guys because I'm doing it live, but yeah, you can do all that. And if you hold shift, you can actually reshape it. So okay, it's getting really weird, I understand, but yeah, it's just enough to understand that. I'm gonna lock it, and the next little thing is game capture, and let me just launch Minecraft so I can show you what game capture does. Okay, so I've launched Minecraft. I just want to show you guys how to set up game capture so it records Minecraft gameplay. It's pretty simple. Just hit add and keep Minecraft or whatever game you want to record in the background. Hit add, hit game capture, create new. I already have a source for Minecraft, but I'm gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna call this MC. Dude, why not? And here we go. We have the mode which captures any full screen application, a specific window or a foreground window which you can switch to with hotkey. Now I think specific window is the best way to go, and then it'll ask you for the window. You just have to select the open window, open Minecraft, which is Minecraft 1.14.4, and yeah, and then window match priority. It's not that complicated. I would just keep it at this thing, match title, otherwise find window of same executable. Then you got capture cursor, all the other stuff I don't think it's really important. You can just hit OK. Once I open Minecraft, here you go, and as you guys can see, yeah, there we go. So we got Minecraft loaded in. If I hit single player tutorials, whatever, boom, so it just loads that up just like that, and as you guys can see, it's really good, it's really cool. So this is pretty much how I record my Minecraft gameplay, but yeah, you can do any game like this. It's pretty simple. Okay, so we can move on to the next and the most important part of this. Before you start recording, once you got your sources set up and you just want to start recording, you're not gonna hit start recording just like that. You have some settings to tweak, and it's very important and very crucial that you tweak these settings, because the default settings are complete, I wouldn't say trash, but yeah, they're trash. Just change the settings, and I'm not gonna tell you what settings to use, or what settings are going to be best for you, because that's something you guys should find out by yourself by experimenting. But these are settings that I use personally, and I think they work pretty well for me, so you guys can check it out, try if it works for you guys. So these are the general settings. I don't think this is really important. You can change the language, the theme. They've got 4 different themes that all look pretty good. The default one is of course really blinding, so I use the dark mode. I just have to hit apply once you're done with the settings, and yeah, the output, all this stuff is really elementary stuff. Oops, I think I messed it up. Okay, yeah, these are really simple stuff. I'm just gonna hit cancel so that I don't mess up anything. Okay, so these are simple stuff. You can just go ahead and mess around with these. We're gonna skip stream because that's for streaming, and we're recording right now. This is a recording tutorial, and we're gonna go straight to output. So the output is pretty important. Now there's actually 2 modes. There's a simple mode and an advanced mode. Now this is the advanced mode. I can't change it right now because I'm already recording, but yeah, I always recommend that you guys use advanced mode over simple, because it just has a lot more options, a lot more tweakability, as I would call it. Streaming, you can skip this because this is not about streaming. We're talking about recording here. If you guys want to see me stream, tell me, someday I might. But yeah, recording, here you go. Type standard. We're not going to change the type. I don't remember the different types that there were, but standard is what I use, and it works pretty well for me, so that's great. Recording path, you can change the folder to which you record. Mine is in the I have a separate folder for all the recordings. You can generate the file names without space or with space. All this is pretty simple. The format, I changed it to MP4. You guys can again use whatever you want to. I use 2 tracks of audio. Again, a lot of these, I would like to show you the whole list of stuff that you can use, but I can't since I'm already recording right now. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, that's the way it works. So yeah, the standard, there's a recordings folder, recording format, MP4, audio tracks, I use 2 of them. Encoder, well, this is important. This is really important. Now the different encoders, if I remember correctly, are X264 and NVNC. If you guys have an NVIDIA GPU, I would recommend you use NVNC because it's so much better. But if you also have a really strong processor, then you should probably go for X264 because that's the processor based encoder. But yeah, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so I use the NVNC encoder because it works way better. Yeah, you can rescale the output. I don't really find this stuff important. What's important is the rate control. These settings are really important. Now it depends on what type of video you want to record, and by that I mean the quality and the FPS is what I'm really talking about. By quality, of course, I mean resolution. My videos are 1080p 60 FPS, which I upscale using my editing program to 2K, I think. While I'm recording, I always record at 1080p 60, and these are the settings I personally use. Now rate control, there's all these different settings. I use CBR. VBR basically means it's variable and CBR is constant. That's the difference. The other two I don't really even consider when I'm thinking about it. CBR and VBR are the two main ones, and I would recommend CBR because it's just so much better for me. And the bitrate is, well, for 1080p 60, there's a whole page on YouTube, and you can also find a list or a table of comparisons and different bit rates you should use. I'll try and bring it up on screen right now if I can get it, but yeah, basically 25,000 is, well, it doesn't exactly say ideal if I remember correctly, but this is what works for me. Keyframe interval, I use 0. Preset, high performance, you can use high quality as well, but you know, it really depends on what you're looking for. For me, I prefer smoother videos and smoother performance, so high performance is what I use. I do find that the difference is very subtle and it's not really that noticeable. Profile, high, main, baseline, and high 444p. Great. I use high. I don't really know what the other settings are, and high works best for me, so that's what I use. Level, auto, again, don't know what the others are, just use auto. That's really what I do. Use 2-pass encoding. Now this is a strict no from me. I've tried 2-pass encoding and it just makes everything lag, and I don't find it really good at all. Again, just see if it works for you, but for me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. GPU 0. I guess this is for people with multiple GPUs. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think that's important. B-frames 2. That's what most people recommend from what I've read online. Audio, well, just change all the audio bit rates to 320 because that's the best and the highest quality of audio. You want to have the highest quality. The replay buffer, I don't really know what the replay buffer is. I don't think that's important either. Audio, here we go. Sample rate, well, this depends on your microphone, and you can just really easily check that out by going to audio devices, manage audio devices, and just open up microphone settings. Oh yeah, it's in advanced. So the default format, as you guys can see, my microphone is locked to 48,000 Hertz, so that's what I'm using as a sample rate. Channel, stereo, mono, you know how that works. Stereo is the one that most people use nowadays. Desktop audio device, this is just what your desktop audio is going to be recorded. Then we have mic or auxiliary audio device. I use my USB microphone. Again, you guys just use whatever your microphone is. Just select that. If your microphone is a default, you don't even have to change it, just click default, but I like to keep a distinction there. And if you want to connect multiple mics, you can do that as well. Audio meter decay rate, I think that has to do with this audio meter right here, but I'm not really sure, and I don't think it matters too much. Peak meter, again, don't know. It's just what I use. Push to mute and push to talk. Push to mute, just hold down a button if you want to mute your microphone. Push to talk, just hold down if you want to talk. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really need to explain. Video, great. Again, I wish I could change these settings right now and show you guys the different settings, but I can't. Base resolution, this is your monitor size. Mine is 1920 by 1080. Output resolution, you can downscale your resolution, and when you're downscaling, you use the downscale filter. There's 3 filters if I remember correctly. There's bicubic, bilinear, and Langsaus. And Langsaus is like the ultra quality, the ultra sharp setting, while bilinear is the ultra fast or ultra smooth setting, and bicubic is like the in between. Common FPS value, okay, yeah, that's the FPS setting. I record at 60 FPS because that's what most people use for gaming videos, because that's what looks good. Hotkeys, okay, this is my favorite one because it's pretty easy to understand. It's just a bunch of hotkeys that you can use. I only use these 3: F9 to start recording and F10 to stop recording. Those are the 2 main ones. These 2 I would say are pretty important, since that means if you're in the game, let's say you're in Minecraft and you want to start recording, you don't have to open OBS and hit start recording and go back to Minecraft. You can just hit F9 on your keyboard, and when you want to stop, just F10. It's pretty simple, and that's what I like about it. Okay, advanced, I don't know what exactly I've changed from the default settings, but yeah, process priority is normal. Renderer, direct 3D 11. Color format NV12, again, you can change it if you want to. Color format NV12. Color space 709, and color range partial, and the other one is full, I think. I just found that partial looks much better to me, to my eyes. Again, it's entirely up to you what you use. Audio monitoring device, I have no idea, but just keep it at default, right? recording, this is the file format that it'll record at. Overwrite if file exists. Basically, if you're recording something and your name, the file name is the same as another file name in the same folder, this will overwrite that file. I keep that unchecked. Stream delay. Streaming, we're not doing that. Automatically reconnect, again I think that has to do with streaming. Network, again streaming. Sources, this has to do with the browser source. I'm not using the browser source. Hotkeys, disable hotkeys when main window is in focus. I don't know about that, chief. Again, you guys can mess around with that, but yeah, that's what I use. Those are my settings basically. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it actually helped you to record your videos, go ahead and give this video a big fat thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and again, a big thanks for 200 subscribers, guys. I can't believe you're already at 200. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and peace.